Hey, it's Jay all day. We're live here in the radio room over at Media Bridges, Cincinnati's Conscience, the radio show. My guest is here, Chris Breeden. He's here talking about the Queen Andrea Project and Arnold's. Hopefully we'll get you turned on. Yes, I am. Throwing an O to Media Bridges. I mean, I don't know where I'd be without you. Oh. It's Jay all day, humble host of Cincinnati's Conscience, only show I know of where citizens are the stars by far, and I've got one of them in the booth with me right now. Throwing an O, hold your applause, for Chris Breeden. He is here to talk about the Queen Andrea Project, not Queen Anne. I think I said Queen Anne. You guys who listen often know that oftentimes there's an operator error, and this is live radio, but I am not above an heartfelt apology. And I'm giving one to Chris right now. Hey Chris, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I am oh so well. Looking forward to finding out more about the Queen Andrea Project and maybe getting some secret recipes from Arnold's.
I don't know if I can come off any secret recipes, but
okay, you're
some popular ones.
You're forgiven. Chris, tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you a native Natian? If not, tell us how did you come by way of the city, and if so, shout out your neighborhood.
All right, well, I currently live downtown. I lived there for 2 years. I lived in Over the Rhine for 2 years before that.
Oh, throwing a note over the Rhine.
And before that, for my entire life, I was a Northern Kentuckian.
Throwing an okay to Northern Kentucky. We love you too. So how did you make your way to Cincinnati and more importantly, Arnold's?
My mother owns Arnold's along with her husband, Brett.
Throwing an O to your mom and Brett.
Yes.
Oh.
So they got me, along with Arnold's, to love downtown.
Okay.
So that's how I made my way down there. So now basically that's about the only place I'm at all the time.
You know what? I'm pretty proud of that. And the love has spread clear across the country. Harry's Law, baby. What's up with that? What's the Arnold's connection?
It's pretty awesome to be part of that. They've been so good to us. It's ridiculous. And
for those who don't know, tell what are we talking about here?
All right, Harry's Law, the show. We are the main bar that all of the characters hang out at. So they used all our table tents. They used our neons. They used all kinds of stuff that was branded with Arnold's, and it's pretty obvious on the show when you watch it that they're hanging out at our bar.
I'm so proud of that. Just as a Cincinnatian, more importantly, I live in Over the Rhine and hang out downtown. Arnold's has been a long-standing favorite of mine, and so for folks to finally catch up and see how amazing our city is, yeah, it's about time.
There's actually something pretty cool going on. It's called SaveHarrysLaw.com, and they're trying to save it. And this Thursday, they're going to be sending in over 1,000 pairs of shoes to the chairman of NBC in protest.
Oh my gosh. Okay, get turned on and get on that ASAP, or as we say here in Cincinnati's Conscience, OSAP. Get there OSAP. Tell us, what is this Queen Andrea Project? Tell me about it.
Well, I've been a pretty huge fan of street art my whole life.
Me too.
All the way back to Dundee on the subway trains.
Okay.
Ever since I was about 6 years old, I've been obsessed with pretty much anything to do with hip hop. Then the graffiti art turned in my love of street art.
Okay.
So I was down in Miami, and I went to their Wynwood Arts District, which is kind of like, if you could imagine, if they took Over the Rhine over and let people just paint all over the walls.
Oh wow.
It's this huge neighborhood. It's where Art Basel's held, and street artists from all over the world, the best ones, come in and they come in and they paint the walls basically, and they just let them do whatever they want.
Oh my gosh.
While I was down there, I saw this one. It really stood out to me. It said, "When I found you, I found love," and I just liked the way the letters looked, and I just kind of liked it. It said, it had her tag on there, Queen Andrea. So just randomly, I decided to email her because I liked it so much, and said, "Hey, I really like this."
Yeah.
And she emailed back, "Well, thank you, and if there's ever any walls in Cincinnati, then I thought, and I was like, well, I've got one of the most popular walls in Cincinnati probably, and it's already got a Shepard Fairey mural on it.
Nice.
And we just worked back and forth from there until things started to actually bloom, and we could find ways for her to get here and for it to make it worth it for her to be here.
Yeah, and so we're working on bringing her here, I guess, to tag.
Yeah, well, it's not tag. 'Cause she'll be doing full pieces, so it's street art.
Okay.
It wouldn't be just what a lot of people don't care much for. It's an actual. There will be full murals.
Okay.
I'm working on getting her here. I've gotten 2 sponsors to cover her being here. I'm working on getting her and 2 other artists with her, world renowned. They're gonna be. The date I'm bringing them, they're trying to leave right after it to go to Berlin.
Okay.
They're invited all over the world. One's name is CERN, and the other one's name is Wayne COD.
Okay.
They're really, really prolific, famous artists. Even CERN was just part of Mocha's Art in the Streets exhibit in LA.
Wow.
Took him in too.
Okay. It sounds like a huge task, and I know this may sound like a silly question, but could you use help?
I could use some definite help. I've got a lot of things lined up. I've got she actually designs vinyl toys. Anybody that's been to Shake It Records sees the vinyl toys.
Throwing an old school ode to Shake It Records, okay?
You know, who doesn't love Shake It Records? So they have those toys there. Well, she designs those toys, and she works with the biggest toy designer there is. So I've got her lined up to do a thing with Kid Robot. And do a toy signing there at Shake It Records. They're in. I've got the Queen City Project, who was starting to really blow up. I've got them. They're going to fly to New York City, shoot her in New York City, fly back to Cincinnati, shoot her in Cincinnati, and then make one of their videos of it.
Wow.
I've got the Building Gallery. It's in Covington. They bring in world-renowned street artists. If you've ever seen the mural on the side of Mainstay by Bills,
Yeah.
one of the most important artists in the world today, he got him to come in. His name's Mike Amon from Building Gallery. He got him to come in. He's gotten the London Police to come in. He's gotten all kinds of street artists to come in to Cincinnati. I got him to put her up for 1 week the whole time she's here. So the only thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the money to fly Wayne and CERN in and cover boom lifts.
Wow.
Arnold is also going to obviously feed them the whole time.
Yeah.
If they don't get, and who would ever get sick of Arnold's food? So
Arnold can feed me too.
Yeah.
Anytime. That'd be phenomenal. So talk about what can we do? What do you need, man?
Well, you can contact me any way anyone can help. I'm glad to collaborate. And
Yeah.
I really like to bring in other people. That's why there's so many already people involved with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The main things we're looking for is funding. I'm talking to Elements, which is the hip hop youth
to
centers.
Elements and Brother Abdullah from Elements Hip Hop Youth Center. Phenomenal folks to get involved with.
Well, yeah, I love what they do.
Yeah.
So I contacted them just about having kids there when she's painting the murals, just because I would like to do that, and it would make it more fulfilling for her, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
But when I went and had a meeting with them, I'm working with them. That could work out, and then I won't need any more help. But
Right.
If that doesn't work out with them, then
And there's no such thing as never too much help. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to raise.
Yeah.
I'm trying to raise $2,000. I need that at least to cover the boom lifts and the flights,
Yeah.
and maybe give them a smidgen of spending money for soft drinks while they're here. They're really not out to gain too much.
Yeah.
They just want to come in and they want to do cool art in Cincinnati.
I'm putting a call out to all Nattians. We have always been folks that rally together for each other and make things happen, even when it seems impossible. I'll use a larger entity, but still no less Cincinnati. ArtsWave had a huge goal this year to raise $11 million for their campaign, and that money would be used to give away to organizations like Elements Hip Hop Youth Center, the Clifton Cultural Arts Center, Pones Inc., all those entities here and individuals interested in adding vibrancy to the city through arts and creativity. So They raised over $11.2 million, and so maybe there's an opportunity there. Maybe there's some way that folks can get engaged and get together and write something, or just good old-fashioned $1 here, $5 here, $100 there, to allow this opportunity to happen. I would be eternally, or as we say here in Cincinnati, eternally grateful for any help that we can get. And so I'm putting out a call into the Natty Network and ask that you look into ways to make this happen. We're going to go to a musical break. When we come back, we'll talk to Chris a little bit more and find out something else. You know, let's talk about you as a Cincinnatian. What are the things that you like? We'll talk about those things when we come back. I'm going to throw on a track by one of my favorite Natty bands, and when we come back, more. The only question I have for you is, are you turned on? I hope so.
Strong.